Welcome back to the channel. As you can see back there, we got the Dart on the trailer, heading to Killcare Raceway in Xenia, Ohio for their Halloween race. We're here in Yellow Springs, Ohio right now, so we're about 15 minutes away, 20 minutes away from the track. We will okay, just run through the red light, I guess. Anyway, we'll see you guys when we get there to the gates. So, turns out I'm terrible at starting the GoPro camera before a run, as I didn't get any footage going down track, even though I had the camera in the car, and I just swinging a miss on that one. But we did make 3 passes in the car. The first one, I flubbed and bumped in a little deep. I didn't bump past the stage bulb, but I was staged and just barely let off the brake button, and the car bumped forward just a little bit. So I staged deep on that one, and the car went for the first pass ever 776 is what the time slip says, at 95 miles an hour or something like that. So the next pass, I went and tried not to mess up on the staging the car again and getting too deep. So I did good there, and we sent it the second time, and that pass, the car went 744 to the 8th. So we went from 776 to 744 in one pass, basically. And really, I didn't make any changes to the car. We just went back up and sent it again. And so I was kind of astonished and that it picked up 3/10. So the third pass we went up, well, let me back up. The first 2 passes, I had a 3100 chip in the 2-step on the brake, and shifted at 7,000. And the first 2 passes, I actually shifted into high gear before the 8th mile, and so the RPM dropped. It still hadn't gotten, obviously, back to the 7,000 in high gear at the 8th mile. So on the third pass, I wanted to change up the how the car was set up. So I put a 3900 chip in the two-step on the brake, and bumped up the shift to 7500, and I was able to run it to the 8th mile cone and just hit the top of second gear, 7600. It didn't bang the limiter, which was at 7800, in second gear at the cone. And that third pass was a 745. So I think I lost a little bit there, though, on that third pass, because I tightened up the rear shocks a little bit, and that was the opposite of what I should have done, because the car didn't squat any on the leave. So I should have loosened the shocks up so they were on like 5 or 6 clicks on to firm up the shocks. And the first 2 passes, they were on 3 clicks from soft. So I should have went to 1 or 2 clicks soft, and I went the other way. That's probably where you had the difference in the well, the run was still fairly close. It was within 1,000, or 745 to 744. So it was really close, within half a thousandth of the two. So when you go to the third number. But anyway, we really just wanted to get a baseline on the car and see what it would do, whether it drove straight, left when it left, that it didn't, drive left or right, that everything was copacetic. And it turned out that it was. A car drives great down the track, straight. Anybody really could drive it. It drives real easy. So that's good. No drama, nothing like that. Other than I suck on the light, and I'm working on that now. So, yeah. Also, I'm thinking that there's not enough converter in it. It really needs to go to 4500, 4800 on the converter, so the converter can flash up to get the car moving, or I can bump the two-step up to 4500 or whatever, to help get the car to 60 foot a little harder. Right now it's like a 180 60 foot, and I just don't think it's got enough stall converter in it for that little motor. It really needs RPM to start building torque to get the thing moving. It needs to be close to 5,000 before it really gets up there to the number. So we're going to look at that maybe over the winter, sending that PTC converter in and see if they can loosen it up so we can get it to 45 or 4800 on the brake, and see if that helps. Plus, it definitely doesn't have enough gear in it for the 8th mile. Obviously, with 377, and it's a all steel, all glass car except for the front and rear bumpers and that hinged street weight fiberglass hood, which really isn't no lighter than a steel hood. But so we have some things that we want to try over the winter time to try to pick the car up in the 8th, and it'd be nice to get it down in the 7.0 range. If I can get the 60 foot to 150 or 160 60 foot, that would be great. And we'd be in the 720s at that point. and then 2 more tenths with a converter change and maybe a gear change. That would probably come fairly easy. So we could be right at 7.0s within the next couple passes or so, once we make a couple changes in the car. But overall, super happy that the car did what it did, and didn't give us any fits, no drama, no parts breakage, no anything. And we're leaving the exhaust on it. So we're racing it as we drive it on the street, just like it is when we drive it around. It may pick up a little bit taking the exhaust off of it. Of course, then again, it might lose a little, who knows. That would be something to try at the track when we can do back-to-back passes in the same evening and only make that change and see if the car picks up a little bit. And the exhaust would be fairly easy to get off, so that's not an issue. We could do that at the track one of these times and see what that nets us, if anything. Yeah, so overall, a good weekend at the Killcare Freak Fest bracket race. We entered the bracket race, but really, I just wanted to make passes. And so we got one time trial. First round, obviously I didn't win first round because, you got professional bracket racers there trying to win money. We were just there to make a couple passes in the car before the weather locks us out of any time trials or anything like that. So I bought back in after the first round so I could make another pass, since we were already there, and it was only another $35 for a buy-in. You can pay $35 for a test and tune night and only get one pass. So I figured we're there, the car's already there, we're unloaded, just go pay it and jump back in line when they call back to the lane. So that's what we did. And then we went back Saturday for, we were going to run it again on Saturday, but they started way early. They had several cars leave because of weather, and so they ended up running dragsters and door cars together. And it didn't work out, and it wasn't a big deal because we'd already made 3 passes the day before and I got my baseline. But we went back for the Halloween festivities, and as you saw in this video, or you will see in this video, our Halloween display we set up, trying to give the kids a good time too. It's not all about just the adults there at the racetrack. And it was a cool Friday night. There was a family there, and they were getting ready to leave, and one of their little boys loves green cars. He had no idea, anything about cars. He just likes the color green. So they were walking back, leaving, and stopped by the car, and the little boy is standing next to it, and they were taking pictures of him by it. And I asked him, I said, "You want to sit in it? You can." So I opened the door, and his eyes got big as saucers and just made his day. So I let him climb in the car, and I turned the green lights on, that LED headlights and the green LEDs inside, and he was just blown away. So that was cool. Maybe make a future racer out of a little kid that otherwise wouldn't be. It'll stick in his mind anyway. But yeah, so it was a good weekend, and Edgewater's having test and tune this Friday, and Cincy Street Night Saturday. So I don't know, maybe we'll end up down there and see if we can make a few more passes. I got a carburetor spacer coming, and I'd like to try. And I made some changes to the car, so I lowered the rear end a little bit and softened the shocks up. And I took the 2050 oil out of it because it's cool out now. It's 50 degrees, and I put 1040 in it. or 1540 in it, Rotella, just for the end of the year. And that should free up a little bit of power getting that 2050 out of it. But yeah, so that's a little quick update. Like to thank all the subscribers and everybody that's liked the video or commented on the last couple videos. We're still gonna try putting some out with the little changes. Even though we're at the end of the racing season, we're still gonna put out videos of things that the car progress is not gonna stop just because you can't drive it or race it. So yeah, we're gonna keep everybody up to date and making videos and stuff as we go and as we change things. So thanks everybody for watching. Again, if you haven't, subscribe, like, and share the video so other people see it. And we will catch you guys on the next one. Bye.